everyone. Thank you again for joining the Piece of Me. If you are new here, this channel is all about me taking you on a journey of my life as I find and discover the peace within me. And you'll be able to use these same tools in helping finding the peace of you. So, the topic for today is dealing with your emotions. So, our emotions are basically feelings that occur within us when we are going through certain circumstances in our life, and they can be positive emotions or negative emotions. Emotions can also take over you, but only if you let them. So, you have to remember our emotions control how we feel. So, at the end of the day, we should not let certain people or certain situations or circumstances be in control of our emotions. It's definitely okay to have feelings which lead into you having emotion because at the end of the day, we are human beings. So we have to be faced with certain feelings that will put us in certain emotional states. But it's a matter of knowing how to manage these feelings. That way, you know what emotional state to put yourself in. I will say before, I was a person who wasn't in control of their emotions. But after going through my 30-day fast and just continuing the fast on throughout my everyday life, I've been learning so much every single day just about myself and the people around me. I have to be in control of myself in the way that I feel. And once I give other people the opportunity to do that, then I've lost myself. So I pretty much had to find different ways that helps me to bring myself back to peace so I won't have to get upset or angry when somebody says something to me in a certain way or somebody does something to me. It's just always accept people for who they truly are and accept the situation for what it truly is, no matter what it may be. Understand and know that these type of people you choose to be around or these particular situations you choose to put yourself in will bring you to a certain emotion, no matter how long ago something has occurred and you try to go back and do it again, you will 9 times out of 10 experience that same emotion. So it's up to you to choose to react in the same way or react in a different way. And that can mean so many things. But for me, I have learned to not react when it comes to certain situations. And I have learned not to put myself in certain circumstances or situations in order for me to be able to be in control of my own emotions. I don't want anybody to have the opportunity to say they were the reason I got out of my character or I got out of element. You know, I want to always remain consistent in my emotions and everything that I do. And I don't want anyone to feel like they can get me out of the state that I'm in, which is a peaceful state, and which is a state I'm going to teach you how to reach as well. Now, let's talk about how we can properly manage these emotions. First, I would say take yourself out of any toxic environment. It can be something you choose to engage in after work, something you choose to engage in on the weekends, people you choose to engage in, conversations you choose to engage in, situations you choose to engage in. Like the list can go on. But if it's a toxic environment that brings negative energy in your life and upon your spirit and upon your soul and upon your home, you have to completely get that out of your life. As long as you remain in a toxic environment, you trying to deal with your emotions is going to be very, very hard. So if you can, please try to remove yourself from the toxic environment so you can help yourself find other ways to deal with your emotions in a better way. Also, another way to properly manage your emotions is learn and understand what brings you peace. And the things that bring you peace could be so many different things. It could probably be exercise. You find peace in exercising. You find peace in reading, maybe swimming, jogging, yoga, meditation, praying, maybe even just speaking out loud, um, being alone, being by yourself, letting your thoughts and your mind just wander and flow, um, riding a bike, talking to somebody that you can trust, who is in control of their own emotions and who is a very peaceful person. So definitely engage in things that will bring you peace. And this will definitely be able to help you manage your emotions in so many ways. Um, it will allow you to calm your mind and relax your mind and you won't be so easily triggered, when it comes to certain things. But definitely continually put peaceful things into your life. And by you continuously bringing peaceful things into your life and putting yourself in peaceful situations, you won't even have time to involve yourself in anything negative or even want to talk to anyone that brings negativity on you every time you talk. And y'all know it's certain people that when you call them, it ain't nothing but negative stuff, okay? Or if they call you, they ain't doing nothing but talking negative stuff. And you don't want to hear that because, again, like that stuff's mess with your mind and it kind of messes with you managing your own emotions. You are so overthrown or you are so clouded with the emotion of that person that you won't even realize it, but it will like unconsciously make you kind of pull their emotion into you. And you probably didn't even want that, but that's just kind of how it happened. So definitely try to keep yourself out of like any situation that does not bring you peace, whether it's a person, whether it's an experience. Like I said, like even if you were going out to the club every weekend, yeah, you like going out to the club, but does it really bring you peace? It's people in the club that's telling you rah rah this, saying rah rah that. So it could be a number of things. Just watch what you do and be very careful who you choose to surround yourself around and the surroundings you choose to allow yourself to be put into as well. Another tip I would give you all into helping you properly manage your emotions is to develop personal mantras for yourself. And these mantras would basically be like words or phrases that you can repeatedly say, especially like when you're going through a tough time or you feel like you're in a dark place in your life. These are positive words and phrases that will help bring you great energy and will pull you out of a place that you feel like you probably can't get out of at that time. And believe it or not, like when you continuously speak positive things on yourself out loud in your head, like those things, they come into existence. And it may sound crazy, but you're just saying positive and happy things out loud, even though you feel like crap and you're having a crappy day and such pissed you off. Put positive things into the air. Personally, for myself, if I ever felt like I was going through a tough time or a situation where it just felt so hard and I just felt like I couldn't get out of it and I just felt like everything in my life was going wrong and I just felt like everything was just crumbling down on me at one time, we all have been through certain situations like that. And I know some of y'all are probably going through certain situations like that. So develop these personal mantras for yourself to help pull you out of it. So, like I was saying, some personal ones for me, I will always tell myself, and I would definitely say it out loud, especially if something kind of just happened then in that moment, and I'm already in a space where I just don't feel like everything is going right. I will always tell myself, especially if it was a situation I've been through before, you've been through this before, and you can get through it again. You know what this pain feels like, and you know what you need to do to get over this hump like you did once before. And I know it's hard. It hurts, it hurts to go through these things, but you have to constantly tell yourself, like, I've been through this before. I know what this pain feels like. And I've been through this before, but I've also gotten over this before. So I know I can do it again. So you have to constantly tell yourself that. Like, that was me. Like, I was on myself, like, crying and all. Like, I done felt this pain before and I know what this pain feels like. I'm familiar with this pain, but I know I will get through this because I got through it before and I will get through it again. So literally that was me over and over again. And then another one for me was pain is temporary. So it kind of, my mantras kind of like went hand in hand with each other. Pain is temporary. And it could be something like I could stub my toe on the side of the bed or something and that hurt, but I'll say in my mind, pain is temporary, pain is temporary. So something like that, but it can also reflect, me going through a tough time as well. Pain is temporary. At the end of the day, pain is temporary. You're not going to suffer forever. And the only reason why you would suffer anyway is because you put in your mind that that's what you need to do. We only suffer because we allow ourselves to believe that and we tell that to ourselves. We don't have to suffer. We choose to suffer. Suffering is just a thought and an idea that we put into our mind, and we choose to give it life or not. And if we give it life, then that's what creates the suffering. If we think this thought and idea and we know it has happened and occurred, we know how to now deal with our emotions. So we know how to push it on by and make it something of the past so we can continue living our life in the now. And I'm reading the book The Power of Now, so I kind of got that from there. So yeah, like it's so true. Like you have to live in the now. You can't be worried about your past, and you can't even be worried about your future. You literally have to live in the now because everything you do right now is going to dictate literally everything, whether it's your past or your future. So let's stop dwelling and holding on to things of our past, and let's stop being hopeful of things in our future. It's nice to be hopeful of those things, but focus on what you can do now, and your future will come into fruition exactly how it needs to. And it's hard, but you have to walk by faith and not by sight. So, those are my tips of how you can properly manage your emotions. And just a quick recap of properly managing your emotions. First, you need to remove yourself from all toxic situations, environments, conversations, literally everything toxic, remove it out of your life. And number two, learn what brings you peace. Only you will be able to identify these things. And some of the things that I previously named before, they may not resonate with what you like to do or what you know will bring you peace. But sometimes you might not even know. So it's definitely okay to try certain things because you may have never tried yoga, but once you do yoga, you realize like, hey, yoga is kind of peaceful, and yoga is peaceful, y'all. I need to do some yoga, and it'll stretch your body out exactly the way you need it. So, yes, find what brings you peace. My third tip would be developing some personal and healthy and positive mantras for yourself. And these are just positive words or phrases that you can constantly repeat to yourself when you're going through a tough time or a rough patch in your life. These words and mantras will help you over humps in unimaginable ways, especially when you feel so down and out and feel like you can't make it through. Continue to speak life into your problems. Speak life into them, and they'll just all diminish and go away. But thank you so much again for joining The Piece of Me. I will be posting a new video each and every Sunday, so stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram at The Piece of Me Journey, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.